Hello and welcome back again for another album review from Metal Rocker 86. And it's time for another Metallica review. So here is my review of Master of Puppets. I don't think I need to give Metallica's backstory again, but if you'd like to hear it, please go watch my review of the Black Album. On to the album. Master of Puppets is the third studio album released by Metallica, and it was released on March 3rd of 1986. It ranked as high as 7th in the US and Finland, 8th in Portugal, and 12th in Germany. It is a 6-time platinum in Canada and the US, a platinum in Argentina, Australia, Finland, Germany, New Zealand, Poland, and the UK, and a gold in Belgium and Italy. It consists of 8 songs and altogether is just under 55 minutes long. On vocals, rhythm guitar, and some guitar solos on a few songs is James Hetfield. On lead guitar is Kirk Hammett. On bass and backing vocals is the late Cliff Burton. And on drums is Lars Ulrich. Now on to the songs, starting with Battery, which was written by James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich. The tempo starts off slow in this one, but it speeds up after a bit. Instrumentation. It starts off with an acoustic guitar intro that sounds really nice. At around the 38-second mark, the Elektra guitars come in and they are much harder, and you can also hear the drums in the background. The solo in this one is very cool. The song was inspired by the street where many of the clubs where Metallica had their first gigs were. It was called Battery Street. Those early days were very important to them. This was a great song to start the album with, and it really gets you pumped. Now we get to the album's title song, Master of Puppets, which was also released as a single, and it was written by the members of the band. The tempo is still quite fast, and the energy is high. However, it slows down for a little bit before returning to normal. Instrumentation. The hard guitars are the main focus with the killer riffs, but you can also hear the drums in the background. I like the solo in this song too. The song is about drugs and how they control you, and this was another great song on the album. Now the tempo slows down a little as we get to The Thing That Should Not Be, which was written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Kirk Hammett. Instrumentation. The main focus again is on the hard guitars, which will get you into headbang mode, but you can also hear the drums in the background. The solo is very good too. The song got its title by the Cthulhu Stories by H.P. Lovecraft. The Cthulhu is a monster and is referred to as the thing that should not be, and this was another great song on the album. Now we get to my favorite song on the album. It was also written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Kirk Hammett. It's called Welcome Home, Sanitarium. The tempo slows down for the intro and verse, but it speeds up for the chorus. Instrumentation. The main focus is on the guitars. And for the intro and verse, they give off a sad mood, but they get very hard in the chorus, and you can also hear the drums in the background. I like the solo in this one too. The lyrics describe someone who's in a mental institution, and he can leave whenever he wants, but he doesn't because he's afraid of what's out there. This was an amazing song on the album. Now the tempo really speeds up, and the energy is high in Disposable Heroes, which was also written by James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, and Kirk Hammett. I really like the solo in this one too. The lyrics are set during a war, and the soldiers are being used as pawns for the enemy to fire at, and this was a good song on the album. Now this next one is moderately fast-paced. It's called Leaper Messiah, and it was written by James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich. Instrumentation. The main focus is on the guitars in this one, and they're quite catchy, but you can also hear the drums in the background. This one also has a cool solo. The song is about someone who's trying to get someone to pay them money by using their guilt and promising they'll be safe. This was another great song on the album. Now we get to Orion, which is an instrumental written by Cliff Burton, James Hetfield, and Lars Ulrich. The tempo starts off moderately fast-paced, and in the second half it slows down. Instrumentation. The main focus is on the guitars, and they're quite catchy, but you can also hear the drums in the background. And in the second half, the guitar riff changes, and the guitars and drums can be heard equally. This was another good song on the album. Now we get to the final song on the album. It's also quite up-tempo. It was written by all the members of the band. It's called Damage Inc. Instrumentation. It starts off with an intro with some guitar sounds that build up to the song. Then, The main focus is on the hard guitars, which give off great energy with some background drums. I really like the awesome solo in this one too. The song is about the many forms of manipulation, and this was a great song to end the album with, and it really ends on a bang. So what did I like about this album? I really like this one. The songs were all very well written, they were in the right order, the instrumentation sounded really good, and James Hetfield nailed the vocals. There is nothing I would change about this album. To conclude this, I will definitely recommend Master of Puppets, and I know you will enjoy it. Well, that's the end of this review. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe and share. Until next time, rock on!